What's up everyone, it's Q from Retro Q Gaming, and I'm going to open this video up just by saying if you are a member of any console defense force or PC defense force or publisher defense force or whatever it is, if you're an apologist, this video is not for you and probably going to offend you, but feel free to stick around, I don't care. Feel free to leave, I don't care. So if you're not one of those easily upset people, let's get on to what we're actually talking about. So Friday the 13th, the game launched yesterday. Now I say yesterday because it's currently after midnight here on the 27th, so it's early Saturday morning. But the game launched over 24 hours ago. So it launched on Friday. Not Friday the 13th, but Friday. So Friday the 13th is one of those games that it's basically a movie licensed version of a game called Dead by Daylight, or is it Dead by Daylight? Either way, you get the same point. It's a couple of people, it's basically Left 4 Dead versus the tank. So that's the majority of it. The details of the game are not important of this story. In fact, the only detail of the game that actually is important with this story is that this is an online only focused game. There's basically, as far as I know, the offline content has not been added because there will be a story mode patched in later, I believe. But the main point is that this is an online multiplayer focused game. Once again, like Left 4 Dead or Dead by Daylight or Death by Daylight. I can't remember the exact name of it. So, because this game just recently launched on Xbox One and PC and PS4, the servers were not working. Multiplayer was not working. Remember, it's an online game. Multiplayer is not working. Now, many people out there, it goes into two camps when something like this happens. It's basically divisive straight down the middle. Or you could almost call it a triple threat three-way tie. Yeah, people are going to have fun with me saying all those T's and whatever in there. Anyway, there's the three camps that this kind of divides people into. Is you have the people that genuinely don't care and will just give up and go do something else. You'll have first off, I should say, those people that will just not care and give up and do something else and not waste their time, these people are cool. These people know what's up. They're smart about it. Then you have what I can say, the defenders or the apologists. I'm like, oh, well, it's a launch day, you know, what can you expect? It's like, oh, lol, lol, look at you expecting a game to work on launch. It'll work in a few days, they'll get it working, they'll patch it, whatever. These people are fucking idiots. These people need to not be allowed access to video games. It's that simple. They shouldn't be allowed access to most things, but video games are in particular. I mean, sure, you can add stuff in there like the outside world that they're not allowed access to, preferably food, water, and oxygen they're not allowed access to, but you get my point. These are the people that need to be round up, put in a corner, and shot. It's that simple. Now let's go to the other people, the smart group of people, the group of people that I associate myself with. And these are the people that say, this is absolute bullshit. Why is it okay in many gamers' eyes, and I say many gamers because whenever something fucks up on a launch day, or the servers don't work for whatever on a launch day, or a game launches and it's broken for a couple of weeks or whatever until it's patched, why do so many people think this is okay? And sure, I've made videos about this, and many other people have made videos about this, but why is video games the only industry where it's considered okay and acceptable and almost standard practice for something to launch and not work at launch? Remember what happened when I think it's the Samsung Note 7. Remember when that launched and that didn't work because it started blowing up? Yeah, remember that? That wasn't, they didn't just say, oh yeah, well, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They tried to sweep it under the rug. It didn't work. They tried to fix it. It didn't work. While more and more evidence and more cases against them were all adding up. If you buy a car on day one, and if you go to drive out and say, hey, look, the airbags don't work on this model, but there's going to be a patch that you can plug into your car stereo with the USB key in a couple of weeks, or in a few days even, and, then they'll work. Not fucking happening. Those are just some small examples. You can use it with basically anything. You know, if a TV is going to explode when you try to turn it on, okay, that's a bit over the top, but you get my point. If a TV isn't going to work, or you have to update it to get the speakers to work, who uses built-in TV speakers? But my point is valid anyway. Why are video games the only industry where many people consider it okay for something to not work on day one? Remember, these companies, these developers, these publishers, they are trying to get your money by offering you a service and a product. You don't work for them, despite what many fanboys will do for free. You do not work for them. You don't owe them anything. They owe you, if anything. For the simple reason is you have made the choice to give them your hard-earned money for a product that they promised that doesn't work, or that is completely shoddy, or is complete absolute crap. And I don't care. Anyone who tries to defend it by saying, oh, well, they didn't expect this many people to play on launch. So let me see. They did all these beta tests, these online stress tests. They obviously have access to the pre-order numbers because, you know, it's the actual developer of the game. But yet, they bigger than anticipated, whatever. So what? Let me guess. You said, okay, we have 500,000 pre-orders on the game. Let's make servers that can handle 500,000 or 525,000 people, because you know there's going to be more than just a small percentage of people who don't pre-order, because they're the smart ones. The people who don't pre-order games, especially ones that have online focused stuff, because those are the smart people. You know why? Because those people know that 99% of the time is an exaggeration, but those people know that there's a good chance that something will not work on day one. Be it big game-breaking glitch or bug, or the game will just be full of small glitches and bugs, or something won't work. Something like the online multiplayer just won't work. Remember Battlefield 4 at launch? Yeah, that was pretty fun. Battlefield 3 at launch was no little walk in the park either. As far as I know, Star Wars Battlefront and Battlefield 1 were considerably better at launch, but you get my point. I just don't understand. In my mind, it makes no rational, logical sense in any way, shape, or form to apologize for a game or a service or whatever not working and to actually defend it. It just completely blows my mind. And you should not be okay with giving companies your money expecting something to not work. For the simple reason is they are trying to sell you on their product to get your money. I know I've said it already in this video, but at the end of the day, this is why we don't pre-order games, people. One of the many, many reasons, because there's dozens of reasons why we don't pre-order games. One or two exceptions I will say to that, because I am guilty of pre-ordering one or two games, but it's usually collector's editions of something. You know, it's not because of the game. It's more so I want the really limited collector's edition or something like that. But you get my point. I'm not condoning it, because I know I do it for stupid stuff and stupid reasons, and I shouldn't be doing that in the first place. But overall, pre-ordering games on the whole is bad. We know this. We've seen what they've screwed us over with, especially since this generation started, but it even towards the last couple of years of the previous generation. So I'd say roughly, we're in 2017, I'd say roughly from 2009, 2010, we've been getting especially and progressively and increasingly more and more screwed over with pre-orders almost every time. So don't give these people money. Do not be one of these illogical, irrational fanboy apologist defenders that defends a thing like this. You should be able to buy a product or have the faith in a product that if you buy it day one, that all the features should work, that all the game will be of reasonable quality. And by what I mean in reasonable quality is something like, relatively glitch or bug free, because it's nearly impossible to catch all glitches and bugs. But as long as there's not something massive and game breaking, okay, fair enough. If this one extremely weird situation happens, you might half glitch through a table and you can walk through it, but nothing happens, nothing different happens. Something like that is okay, as long as there's not 400 glitches like that. But it's not a game breaking glitch, and it's not 400 of the same glitch in every room. So that's where we're going to leave it there. Demand better, people. It's that simple. Vote with your wallet, because at the end of the day, your wallet is your power. If you don't buy this stuff, developers and publishers will have to start copping on. They'll have to increase their game. And when I say game, I mean like their, step up your game. They'll have to step their game up. They'll have to increase the quality. They'll have to put all these checks and balances in place, because they'll realize that consumers, smart consumers at least anyway, are wising up to their incompetence and their underhanded, basic-ass tactics. So we need to fight back against this stuff. So let me know if you've experienced this kind of thing with any game at all. Extremely broken games, online services not working, any of that crap. If you've experienced any of it, not just with Friday the 13th, any game over, let's say, the last 10, 15 years since online gaming has been around. It doesn't have to be exclusive to one platform. Could be GameCube, could be Sega Dreamcast, Xbox 360, Nintendo Wii, PS3, handheld, PC, whatever. Feel free to throw it all in the comments below, because this shit happens way too often, and it would make a nice giant case to say, hey, look at all these hundreds of people who are reporting these issues with multiple different publishers, multiple different developers on multiple different platforms. So hit my desk right at the end of the video. So let me know all of that anyway in the comment section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You can follow me on Twitter, details in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the rest of the videos in my channel.